As I like to say, if it's Tuesday, there must be another big breach. So you open up the newspaper, you discover the latest thing. In this case, allegedly 500 million records from Yahoo that were breached. Now that's sort of incident response. Bad thing happens, we respond. And incident response is necessarily incident driven, right? But unfortunately, in the prevention space, we're kind of at the same place.
More than 25% of the cases we now file, felony cases, which are the more serious cases, are directly cyber or identity theft related at a high dollar level. In our world, identity theft and cybercrime is, to me, and I think others share this, the biggest threat we have in New York, second only to terrorism.
The challenge is not only to protect myself and my own organization, but how must then I go about protecting or thinking about protecting my data when it lies in all of those other areas outside of my own castle walls.
It's really bad. The situation out there is really, really bad. And at Jigsaw, what we try to do is we try to leverage technology to impact global geopolitical challenges. And one of those challenges is the challenge of free expression, and so trying to protect groups from censorship. And we tend to think about cybersecurity in a slightly different way. What is the risk to us as a society? One of those risks is the inability of people to be able to express themselves when they need to or can.
What we're measuring is presence of the risk conditions on the observed unit that are posing risks to the internet. So when we're talking about the threats, cyber threats, we often talk about the threat against you. We are in a pretty heavily infected and unhealthy ecosystem.
You project out the growth of cybercrime and project out the growth of the world economy. Literally, the entire global economy will be eaten by cybercrime in 2025.
We need a metrics and properly measure the problems and motivate raising the transparency and raising the operators and mitigators to motivate to address the problems, fix the problems, not just blocking and filtering the problem.
Because we're lazy, where the data is driving us is we have to make protection so simple that you don't even know it's happening.
We have a huge amount of attacks that are occurring across sectors where the information is not being shared at all. And that's got to change, in my mind, if we really want to get serious as a global community about a global problem, which is this tsunami of cybercrime.